Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and it is mailbag time. This was filmed on Tuesday, so please keep that in mind in case anything happens after June 1st, because I do anticipate a lot of moves going down. Let's go to the first super chat coming in here, and it's from Eddie De La Rosa. Mitch, could both Renfrow and Waller get paid? Yes. And in fact, I think that both of them get paid. I believe Renfrow gets his money first, then Waller ends up getting his deal, but either one, it's really not going to impact the salary cap all that much. I mean, it might go up a little bit, but realistically, not that much. What up, Cameron Sproul? Could Suh be another Lyles Otto? Here's the issue. The answer is yes, and it's also no. If Ndamukong Suh played back in the 70s, 80s, when you could actually hit people, he would have done a lot better. But I'll also say he's got to not be so aggressive in today's NFL, because not only is he Ndamukong Suh and refs are looking for him, if he's Ndamukong Suh and a Raider, I just don't want to have a Vontaze Burfict type of situation. What up, Felipe? Who would you like to see win the backup quarterback job? I would like to see whoever the heck's the best guy to do it. I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't really care. Like, if it's Nick Mullins, great. If it's Jarrett Stidham, cool. If Chase Garbers can do it, even better. You know what? Let's say Chase Garbers, because if Chase Garbers can beat out Nick Mullins and he can beat out Jarrett Stidham, then we can flip Chase Garbers for, I don't know, a fourth-round pick, a third, whatever it might be. That helps out the Raiders in the long run. So my answer is Chase Garbers. Let's go Dick So Solid Dixon. Just laying it on us. What do you think about Eddie Goldman? I know what it is, but it's Dick So Solid Dixon to me. What about defensive tackle Eddie Goldman and cornerback Kevin King and Bills ex-wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders? Well, I would say I've talked about a few of these guys on Locals. Go over there and check it out. Eddie Goldman was plan B for me if you couldn't go ahead and get Ndamukong Suh. Kevin King, I actually think he kind of sucks, so I'd maybe stay away from him a little bit. And then Emmanuel Sanders is absolutely another receiver that I would love to get. Like, if you were to tell me what two receivers I think are the best bang for your buck right now in free agency, I would say Cole Beasley and I would say Emmanuel Sanders. And that's based on what the Raiders need and overall fit with Derek Carr in this offense, because I look for good route runners and intelligent players. And I think both of those guys fit that case. What up, Jack Bishop? Back-to-back. Sign Beckham, 1 year, $7 million. Suh, 1 year, $4 million. Flowers, 2 years, $10 million. The issue is, I don't know if 1 year, $7 million is going to be enough for OBJ. Maybe it's 1 year, $7 million with some extra bonuses. Suh, 1 for $4 million. Okay, I can wrap my mind around that. And then Flowers, 2 for $10 million. I would also be okay with that. Jack Bishop, Mitch, I'd rather have Cam Newton over Colin Kaepernick. I agree with this statement, and it's really just comes down to we haven't seen Colin play since 2016. And when he played in 2016 and 2015, he was 3-16 as a starter. He was not good at throwing the football, and I don't really think he's going to be able to run as effectively. But here's my other take. I would rather have Nick Mullins as a backup quarterback than I would have Cam Newton. Like, I get the fact that some of y'all want the Raiders to run this, I don't know, put in another mobile quarterback just in case thing. I just don't really think it makes all that much sense to me. Sorry. Now, we always, when we do these mailbags, I've been telling people, hey, if you can't join the live show, you can go ahead and send in a super thanks. It's a heart-shaped button underneath the video. You click that, get a comment on the show. So shout out to Matthew Van Dyke. Thanks, Gruden. That was his super thanks. O'Neill says, thanks for always being awesome. My wife loves it that I now have even more Raiders content to look at. I actually love these kind of comments because I always find it funny when people are like, or if I meet like a wife or a woman and she's like, my husband listens to you all the time. I can't stand your voice. Good. That makes me happy. And then Mario, appreciate the $10 super thanks. Y'all are the realest ones out there. Much love. Let's keep this mailbag going here. Can I get a Raiders? I'm a little disappointed. I wasn't the first Raiders in the office today. David Zahn sent a super chat on our Bears show, and he made our Bears host say it. What up, Raider Man 01? Appreciate you supporting the show. I saw you retracted your comment. If you want to get one up there, just let me know what you guys are thinking. Let's get some questions going. Jorge D, is Leatherwood going to play right tackle? Interesting question. You know, he's working with the offensive tackles. There was a story out there that He believes that he can be the right tackle. I forget who ended up saying it on a show I did on the Raiders Report. It was like, I talked to Leatherwood at the NFL draft, and he said that he was going to play tackle. If he wins the job, that's great. But I've watched enough tape on Leatherwood, and it does scare me. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe his footwork's better. Maybe he lost a little bit of weight. Maybe Carmen Basilio's doing a lot of good things with him. But if Alex Leatherwood is our answer at right tackle, I'm going to be a little bit nervous. I mean, it's just the God-honest truth. Now, I really can't wait to see how Hankins and Below Nichols go up against some of these Raiders offensive linemen. But for the sake of the question here, or for sake of another question, who do you believe is the better player? Do you think it's Jonathan Hankins? Because right now, I would say these are our top two defensive tackles on the Raiders. Type JH for Jonathan Hankins. Type BN for Below Nichols. The reason why I'm asking you all this is because, well, you can come ahead and meet both of them. Where? At this event here at Silver and Black at the Code. The date and time is Saturday, June 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. I'm going to be taking on Jonathan Hankins and hopefully some other Raiders players in a competitive burger eating contest. The location, 1590 East Flamingo Road in Las Vegas at Barcode Burger. The ticket price, $20. We're going to be doing raffles. We're going to be doing other giveaways. The proceeds go to the Just One Project, which is a nonprofit organization that connects community by inspiring people to give back, get involved, and make a difference in the lives of disadvantaged families and children. Our projects positively impact the people we serve and fill their basic needs. The burgers that I'm going to be taking on with Jonathan Hankins, it's going to look like this. No, I'm not going to be starring in some weird porno. This is what the burger looks like, and it's like 4 pounds of burger and fries, and I got to do it in 10 minutes. It's not going to be easy. So some of the other players at the event, you can come meet me, Jonathan Hankins, Below Nichols, Andre James, Neil Farrell Jr., Jalen Richard, Kendall Vickers. These guys are all going to be at the event. It is confirmed. You can get pictures. You can get autographs with them. Players who I was told might end up showing up. Nate Hobbs and Jonathan Abram, though I'm a little bit worried Abram's going to be like, I hear you talking crap about me, and just comes and just lays the hit stick on me, which I'm totally okay as long as it's for charity. So scan the QR code right here, or you can get your tickets down below at chatsports.com/burgers. This is going to be a first-come, first-serve event. The venue holds about 100 people. So, if you want to see me take on Jonathan Hankins, if you want to meet some Raiders players, scan that QR code, get your tickets now. The proceeds, they're going to a good charity. Let's go to the next question here on the Raiders Report. It's from Brandon Vaugh. Renfrow or Waller, which do you re-sign? You extend both. If you were telling me I had to pick one, this might hurt some people's feelings. I will take Darren Waller because I believe Waller is the harder player to replace than Hunter Renfrow. But you bring both of these back. You have to. What up, Lewis? How confident do you think the Raiders offense and the defense? So how confident am I in both of these? I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 on the offense, I would give it an 8. On the defensive side of the football, as it stands right now, I would say 6. But there is some serious upside for both of them. And I'm hoping after, we'll say the next few days here with after June 1st and get some extra money, the defense is up to around an 8 as well. So pretty solid on both sides of the football. We got Blood Rose. Should the Raiders sign John Ross for cheap and give him a chance to replace Ruggs/Jackson? I actually don't have a big issue with going out and trying to get John Ross. Yes, there's a lot of speed there. Ran a 4.2240 at the combine. But you can't sit here and say that John Ross is going to do the same role that Henry Ruggs did, because Ruggs showed me that he was a lot more complete receiver than Ross ever was. I will say that I was actually quite impressed when he was healthy last season with the New York Giants. But if you're just trying to throw somebody on the field to get a few extra snaps, I would actually rather have John Ross than Will Fuller, because Will Fuller is less healthy to me than John Ross and would be a lot cheaper. What up, Mookie Moo? Are the Raiders still interested in Ndamukong Suh? Yes, the Raiders are still interested in Suh. I believe right now that the Raiders are the front runners to go out and get him. The fact that Tampa Bay went ahead and they signed Akeem Hicks to the deal that they did on Tuesday, it sounded like the Bucs and it sounded like the Raiders were the top two teams. The Browns sort of fell behind a little bit. So I would say, as it stands right now, the Raiders are the favorites to go out and get Ndamukong Suh. So comment below, what would be your one-word reaction if the Raiders went ahead and they signed Ndamukong Suh? I am going to steal Producer Sam's answer, because he said live, and he meant like, if the Raiders sign Suh, we're going live. So I'll say live, and my other one-word reaction would be lit, because that show is going to be live. It's going to be lit. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got those notifications on, because I promise you, you're not going to want to miss it, especially if I'm at some random bachelor party with all my buddies. Daniel Caps Keenan, Mitch, I think Hankins will eat more than you, then eat you. Raiders! I hope not. I'll also say this. Don't underestimate me. I can eat a lot of food, and I believe that I want to win a lot more than Hankins does. I don't even know if Hankins cares. I care, and for that reason, I'm going to bet on myself. I can eat a lot of food, believe it or not. Let's go to RaiderMan01, $5 super chat. I kind of want the Raiders to go with a black helmet. What do you guys think? I understand a lot of people don't like the idea of a blacked out jersey because the Raiders have already the best jerseys in football, and why change it if it's not broken, essentially. But all black jerseys would be sick. Can we get a hallelujah on that? Let's go to Christopher McGuire. What up, bro? Suh, Darrell Williams, and an extension for Waller and Renfroe. Can it happen? Can it happen? Yes. And what needs to end up happening is you can't put the salary cap up too much for Waller and for Renfroe. So I believe that Renfroe right now is going to make about $2.6 million this season. You only up that a little bit. Maybe you take Waller's down, give him a little bit more cash up front, and then you got to hope that Darrell Williams isn't over $10 million. So, guys, we make videos on YouTube. We're actually live right now on Rumble for those of you that are watching this live. I want to be able to make more content for the Silver and Black. I want to be able to make more content for Raider Nation. So if you haven't already, please, it helps me put a roof over my head, food on my table, and give you guys more content. Give us a follow over on Rumble at rumble.com/RaidersReport. Need 246 more to get to 2,000. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go to Jersey Balboa. How would you feel if the Raiders' starting O-line is Colt Miller, Dylan Parham, Andre James, Denzel Good, Alex Leatherwood? If that's the best five that we can put together, then so be it. I have been told that the Raiders will go with the best five. So if that means that that's the best five, awesome. I am still going to go ahead and bet on my best five, which is Colt Miller, Denzel Good, Parham. Then you have Alex Leatherwood at right guard, Brandon Parker at right tackle. No matter what combination you give me right now with the current Raiders players on this roster, I'm going to be a little bit nervous because the only guy that I have the utmost confidence in is Colt Miller. What up, Raider Carlos? Will there be autographs at Barcode? Yes. If you pay the $20 admission to get in at chatsports.com/burgers, autographs, pictures, you get to meet the players. It's $20, and all the proceeds, they go to a charity. Plus, you get to watch me eat burgers. The event's from 1 to 4 o'clock. So 3 hours, Raiders players, me. It's going to be a cool event, I promise you. What up, Matter Raider? I saw your NFL show on Chat Sports, and you said that the Raiders should get T.O. Why? Well, that's actually not 100% true. I talked about a story where Marcus Peters said that Terrell Owens can come back or he should be back in the NFL, and I listed the Raiders there because I was like, if Las Vegas is going to try out Colin Kaepernick, who hasn't played since 2016, I jokingly said, well, maybe the Raiders will also try out Terrell Owens, who hasn't played since 2010. I also said that T.O. is not going to come back to the NFL, but you know what? This is kind of a fun question here. So, will T.O. ever play in the NFL again? He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, top 5 in a lot of statistical categories, and hell, his last season with Cincinnati was a pretty impressive one. He is right now playing in some sort of professional league. What is it? The Fan-Controlled Football League, which that would be pretty interesting. He's with Manziel. Same league as Johnny Manziel. I'm sorry, I don't follow the Fan-Controlled Football League, but maybe I will. Why for yes and for no, is T.O. ever coming back? I miss a lot of y'all's questions, and I apologize, but that's also because the Raiders Report, it gets wild, it gets crazy, and I appreciate everyone that takes time out of their day. So, if you want to stay up to date with news and rumors, I got you covered on social media. Whether that's Instagram, whether that's Twitter, I got you covered. And if you want to see what the hell I'm doing this weekend for my buddy's bachelor party, I don't know, it's maybe another reason to go ahead and give me a follow. All right, let's go to Devin. Devin, what happened, man? You choked. Game 7. Do you think the Raiders sign OBJ? Do I think the Raiders show interest in him? Yes. If you were to ask me how many just win babies on it, I'd give it about a half a just win baby. We got to be able to face the facts that the Raiders don't need Odell. Would it help? Yes. Are there other major needs? Yes. But if OBJ wanted to come to the silver and black, the Raiders would be stupid not to go ahead and bring him in. Super Chat time coming in from Cameron Sproul. Is it true that John Simpson is the strongest offensive lineman? And if so, why can't he get it together? You know, I've actually heard from another Raiders or former Raiders player that John Simpson, pound for pound, was actually one of the strongest people that he's ever seen. But on top of that, Simpson's footwork is not all that great. And a lot of times when you're an offensive lineman, you need to be able to recognize a play. In college, he was able to get away with the fact that his play recognition, I would say, is slightly below average, that his footwork was slightly below average, and he could just bowl people over. Plus, the chemistry on the Raiders' offensive line last year was a little bit lackluster, a lot of people moving in and out, and he had to do a lot more. So I think from a he needs to get better standpoint, he absolutely does, but that's why, because being an offensive lineman is a lot more than just being really strong.